This tutorial will get you up and running with the ipQ Analytics Dashboard, the tool for seeing the key performance indicators that affect network quality. We'll take a look at how to log on to the Analytics Dashboard, select fixed or mobile reporting mode, see KPI test results in a map, report, or detailed view, and we'll take a brief look at how filters and comparison view options can show the data to your specific requirements. First, let's briefly look at the components that comprise the ipQ performance monitoring solution, which consists of a test management system that determines the probe test configurations, the data collection probes themselves that execute the testing, a database for storing the measurement data, and the ipQ Analytics Dashboard. You can see from the diagram that the ipQ Analytics Dashboard is extracting information from the database and presenting it on screen. The Analytics Dashboard is an online browser-based tool. To access the demo site, you'll need the instructions from Epitiro, which state the URL, similar to the one shown here, as well as your username and your password. Test results are displayed in the viewing area, with viewing controls at the top and the left-hand side of the screen. The first thing to select is the reporting mode. This determines if you'll be looking at data from probes in a fixed or a mobile network. For this video, we'll look at mobile data. From this point, the various menus, options, and filters can be selected in any order, but typically you would start by selecting a key performance indicator, or a KPI, which can be found under the Views drop-down menu here. Your list might differ slightly depending on how your system is configured. Let's take a closer look. The first two menu items, Line Chart Dashboard and Ranking Dashboard, are a preset selection of KPIs. If I select the Line Chart Dashboard, the system populates the charts according to the filter settings. We'll look at filters in a minute. In this example, there's an HTTP download chart, a TCP throughput speed chart, network RTT chart, plus a couple of others. If I hover over a point on the chart, information about the test is shown. I can also hide a data source by clicking on the key menu below. Detailed analysis of a specific KPI can also be seen. Again, under Views, I can select an individual KPI to look at. And these can be shown in three different ways: on a map, reports, or a detailed view. Let's look at a reports view of network RTT. RTT stands for network round trip time. There's a line chart showing results over time, as well as a bar chart and a table showing the average time per data stream. In this case, there's two data streams. One is Epitiro's sample. The other is data specifically coming from Brazil. That brings us to the filters and how they affect what we see on screen. Right now, date-time filters are set only to show data through this limited date span here. You can adjust the data selection date and time period, which can be done with a preset, or by manually selecting the dates. Note that you must apply each change to a filter for it to be enabled. I can also add or change the data that we're looking at through the use of other filters. For example, we can look at data from other countries. If you've been testing where you are, be sure and enable your country so you can see those test results. Your chosen KPI, selected date periods, and any other filter settings are always shown here in the advisory area. This is quite handy if you've set a number of filters. The Reports feature allows you to save your filter selections and avoid setting up all those filters each time you log on. Data may be viewed in various perspectives by selecting a Compare option from this drop-down list. Currently we're looking at data from the aspect of MCC, Mobile Country Code. But we could look at the data, for example, by handset type. We're still looking at the same data set. It's just being presented from a different perspective. Okay, so that's a report view, which gives you a general overview of what's happening in the network. But to get that detailed view, we can look at the second option, which is called detail. I'll use a different KPI for this, TCP throughput speed. In detail view, you get to see the results of individual tests, which makes it ideal for troubleshooting a network issue. Note the data can be exported to Excel for use with that software. It can take a little while, so I won't do it on screen now, but it's as simple as pressing the button. The amount of detail that's captured includes many aspects, including the test time, bearer type, signal strength, GPS location, and so on. The map view is the third option for viewing data and lets you see how well a KPI is performing over a geographical area. The mobile RF RSSI is a good KPI to illustrate this feature as it shows area coverage. The green, amber, and red tiles represent acceptable, warning, and critical threshold levels, respectively, and each KPI is assigned these levels in the test management system. These tiles are shown on the map once you've zoomed into a certain level, and the Show Heat Map button, this one here, is pressed. In this introductory video, we've covered how to log on to the ipQ Analytics dashboard, select fixed or mobile reporting mode, see a KPI test result on a map, in a report, or in a detailed view. And we've had a brief look at filters and comparison views. If you have access to a demo system, you can try these tasks yourself and find out just how easy it is to view KPI data. The ipQ Analytics dashboard is packed with many more features you can discover through viewing our other video tutorials or by looking at the user guide.